Stephanie Milky here, aka Keto Mom, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the Keto Mom podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Milky, and welcome to the Keto Mom Secrets podcast. Hey everybody, welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie. We are going to talk about groceries, little tips and tricks to help you save money on your meals. Eating healthier. So that's a question I get all the time is how do I do this on a budget? I want to talk about some meal ideas for you and your family. And let's chat more about kids and just food in general, taking them on the journey with you. And I'm going to talk to you about a 10-day challenge I'm going to start in my customer group. It's around ketones, helping you on your journey. So there's lots to talk about. So quickly, as you're tuning in, I want to know, what did you have for lunch? I ask questions to get your feedback so that people get other ideas from you, not just me. So if you've already had lunch, it's past lunch time, or maybe you're on the Pacific Coast, maybe it's just lunchtime for you. What did you have for lunch? What are you making for lunch? What did you pack for lunch? What's your low carb option lunch? What's your favorite lunch? I don't even care. Just answer below and share. It gives other people ideas. We had egg salad, super simple. I had some mayo, some mustard, salt, pepper, mix it up to taste. I had it on a low carb wrap. Easy, easy, easy. So egg salad here. I absolutely love egg salad. So that's what we had. I am going to have one of my favorite cans of ketones. That's what I'm drinking this afternoon. But I am going to talk about this after we talk about budgeting. So I'm going to talk about this and joining my October challenge group. So hold on. I was going to shake one up for you, but I really wanted something bubbly. Do any of you drink sparkling water? I often get asked, can I drink sparkling water? And I go, yes, it's completely fine. I drink like LaCroix water. I know there's lots of other sparkling waters, but I really wanted this. Ketones in a can. Super great. Okay. First topic of conversation. How do I eat on a budget? So what I need you to do is, as you're tuning in and as you're sharing your lunch for today, I want you to tell me if you have any budget secrets. And the reason I ask is because there's things that I could tell you right off the bat. I could say in the spring and fall, well, spring, summer, fall, as harvest season is coming around, there's things like farmers markets. So every Saturday we have a farmers market where you can go get a whole bunch of veggies and different things. So in seasons, there's farmers markets, you can grow a garden, there's co-ops, there's different things you can do to help save as you are budgeting to eat healthy. Because that's the biggest thing is, how do I do this? And how do I feed my family? And how do I not spend so much money on groceries, right? So, number one, in seasons, the farmers markets and growing your garden and all those things are great. If you have your own chickens, awesome, right? There's things you can do in your own farming and your land capabilities, and then also finding people that can help you with that. So also, I would say things like, there's other, I don't want to say obvious, but there's things I can say like Costco and Sam's Club. There's places you can buy in bulk, which can make things cheaper, but also knowing when you buy in bulk, you spend a larger amount of money, which could be like a whole month's worth. So those things of farmers markets, growing a garden, and Costco, all of those are great. Those are the first things that I would tell you when you're looking at a budget. But one of the biggest things that I truly believe people feel like they spend so much money is because they're making two meals. And so you might be on a journey. Maybe it's you and your spouse, or maybe it's just your spouse. For a long time, it was just my husband. And so he was making his own meals. He was eating different foods. In the very beginning, when my husband started keto, I was not going to join him. I thought he was crazy. Excuse me. I really feel like I'm feeling the fall air. And so, which is so terrible for lives, isn't it? I'm like constantly going, anyways. What I want you to know is I was not on board. So I was making a meal for my family, for our 4 girls and myself, and my husband was making his own. What happens? We spend too much money. So I truly feel like one of the challenges is as you're learning how to eat healthy, I don't want to say most, some parents feel like this is just me, or my husband won't join me, my kids don't like our food. And so if you can figure out, and that's what we're going to talk about here too, is family meals that all of you can eat, 1 meal, not 2 meals, something that can be low carb. And if your family isn't going to join you with that, they can have their own version of that same meal. That will help save money immensely. So you've got farmers markets, you have Costco, large bulk items, and then honestly having an awareness of how much you're buying. Oftentimes we go to the store with our list, right? We go with our list and we buy way too much. Anybody? I do that. I'll be like, all I need is butter and cheese and like 5 things, and I walk out with a grocery cart because I'm like, oh, but this sounds good and this sounds good. So in order to save, as you go to the store, people would say, don't take your kids with you. I like to take my kids with me because I like to help them understand shopping and groceries and cost. But if you can't do it without your kids putting extra stuff in the cart, maybe you don't take them with you. You can shop online, meaning you can order your groceries, you stick to the list, you stick to the budget, and then guess what? You order it, you drive up, you pick it up, you don't buy all the extra. That will save you money. There are things that I tell people. I'm like, listen, if you feel like you're struggling or you're strapped financially with food and money, there are things that, let me think of how to say this without being offensive. There are things that you might be spending extra money on. So if you ever notice me in my lives, I have some people that'll say, why don't you get your nails done? I hate having my nails done. I'm just going to point out some silly things that I'm like, I don't need it because I shouldn't bite them, but sometimes I do. And I hate when they look cracked, so I just don't do it, right? There are things that maybe are extras in your life, and please don't get mad at me. I'm not saying don't get your nails done. I'm just saying maybe there's extra of things that you're doing in your life, and maybe right now the priority is to eat healthy food, to eat better food, to eat at home more often, to have more veggies and salads, so maybe you just give up some things for a little bit. I talked this morning on the Keto Mom Live about our mindset, but I also talked about the power of like sometimes we just got to cut things off, cut things out, rip the Band-Aid off, like not going to Target. If you actually looked at your bank account for an entire month and then you looked at all of the extras, what happens if you didn't have all of those extras and you're like, oh my goodness, I actually wouldn't feel stressed out about buying groceries? Or if you're not planning your meals, and then if you go to the store and you spend too much money or you don't stick to your list, and then you end up not even making anything, and then you go through the drive-through, that's an extra, right? If you don't plan and you're unprepared, you're running into the gas station 5 days a week, grabbing snacks and stuff for your kids. That's an extra. Because here's the deal. Food on a budget, healthy food on a budget can be simple, but you have to be okay with simple, and you have to be okay with some of the same meals. So what are some meals that you can do? I would love your help. I need you to collaborate with me. What are some meals that you can make as a family that can be low carb and your family can eat them how they want to? Tacos are easy, right? They can have chips and regular tortillas. You can have a low carb wrapper, a lettuce wrapper, a salad. Grilling. You can grill meat and vegetables. You can grill things, and your family can have, if they want to have a potato, or if they want to have some bread, they can have that on the side. You can have different things like burgers, and they have the bun and you don't have the bun. You can have different type of spaghetti or any type of pasta, and you can put yours over broccoli and they can have the noodles. Or you can use a carb conscious noodle and they can have the regular noodles. You can use zucchini, they can have the regular noodles. So think about maybe your 5 top meals between tacos, pasta and pasta replacement. You could do breakfast for dinner, so you can do some simple low-carb pancakes or a protein waffle. I make those all the time. It's 2 eggs and a scoop of protein. You could do grilling. Any meal. If it's stressing you out and you're making 2 meals, then stop making that fancy keto low-carb meal that has 20 ingredients and it's just for you. While it seems great and I really want to eat it, guess what? Sometimes We have to just go, I'm going to eat as simple as possible. If that means that I don't get to try all of these incredible keto recipes and all of these keto desserts, like if I don't get to try those right now because I'm the only one eating them, I'm going to adapt and I'm going to eat a family meal that I can make low carb, but also works for everybody else. That's a budgeting thing. That is something that you can do to where you're only making one meal. And then look at things like, what are you snacking on? Are you buying a ton of prepackaged snacks? You guys, it's priorities, right? Like people ask me, why do I drink ketones? And I'm like, why do you drink coffee and drink energy drinks? Well, why do you drink ketones? Well, because I feel incredible and I've budgeted it in and it helps me, right? Why do you go to Starbucks every single day? I'm being silly. But for real, its priorities are never in conflict. What is your priority, your nails or your food? And I know it's easy said and done. I don't get my nails done, so only on special occasions. And even then I'm like, ugh. It frustrates me to do them. I just hate how they feel. I like how they look pretty. I hate how they feel. Anyway, so that is a budgeting. Those are a couple budgeting tips. If you have anything that's truly like, this helps me stay on track, this helps me feed our family, this helps me eat healthy and my kids, and then also some family-friendly meals that can go for everybody. Share below what works for you. And then the last thing about kids is I get asked this question all the time. Do your kids eat keto? You've got 4 daughters. Do you give them a complex? Oh, I get that question all the time. Your kids hear you coaching women. Do your kids have issues? I can't believe you don't let your kids eat donuts. My kids are fine and they've had donuts before, don't worry. So here's what I want you to understand. If you were taught how to eat back when you were a teenager, especially teenagers, okay? But even young kids, like if you can go, stop it. You stop saying, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I don't, as a mom or a dad. If you're constantly griping about your weight and how you look, then your kids are internally hearing, oh, my mom's fat, am I fat? Oh, my mom doesn't like how she looks, should I not like how I look? Oh, she's eating a salad because she's on a diet, so that means if I'm on a diet, I'll eat a salad, but I don't have to eat that right now because that's mom and dad's food. Your actions and your words are powerful. So what I like to tell people is if you have children and you've got people around you, be aware of the things you're saying and your actions. Like take people with you, take your kids with you. You guys, I have 4 daughters. I'm very well aware of girls and social media and comparison and clothes and the expectation of looking a certain way. I have that conversation with my kids all the time. In fact, we took our 15-year-old daughter off social media for a while and we had a great conversation and it was both of our choices because comparison is a real thing, right? And so I want you to just think about that as you're diving into being healthier you, take your family with you. If they gripe about not liking the food, like I said prior, who doesn't like tacos? Who doesn't like grilled meat? Like make one vegetable at a time, encourage them to try it. We did that with our kids from a very young age. My husband never said, Dad needs to lose 50 pounds, I'm fat. And even today, like I joke about getting super strong. I like to say we're all getting healthy together. When I decided to join my husband and help him on his journey, we sat our girls down and they were young at that time. And I said, listen, we're actually not going to have junk in our house. We're not going to buy the extra cookies. Mom's going to stop being friends with little Debbie. I'm all done. I'm not going to drink the orange juice in the pop. We're going to treat those things as a special treat when we go other places. In our home, we're going to do the best we can that we can all be super healthy. So we did. I said, hey, we're going to get healthy. We're going to get strong. You guys are like, our brains need good fuel. Like I pointed out how we wanted to feel. And then that's what we did. And over the course of 7 years, as we've taken our kids along with us, if they eat too much junk at a birthday party, what I will do is I want them to understand what food does for them. So I'll say, oh, you have a stomach ache? I'm just curious, how many cupcakes did you have at church? How many donuts? Let's say donuts, because there's donuts at church and a lot of them. How many donuts did you have? I had 3. And I'm like, oh, do you think that's causing your stomach to get hurt? Do you think that might be the reason you don't feel good? Yes, right? So my girls have learned that 1 cupcake is fine and you can enjoy yourself with your friends, but I really shouldn't eat excess. If I do and my stomach hurts, then they go, shoot, I shouldn't have eaten 3, I should have had 1. I need them to figure this out for themselves so that when they become college age and adult age, and then they are you and they are me, they're not starting over trying to figure this out. So if you can just put on your, like, I'm going to take my kids with me, I'm going to be open-minded, I'm going to make a meal for all of us, I'm going to just, even if they give me pushback, I'm not going to let them see it. I'm going to just do the best that I can. I'm going to say, I want you to be healthy like me. I don't want you to have the same challenges that I do. I want to help you understand food. Because if you don't help especially your daughters, if you don't, then guess what? The next live I'm going to do, probably tomorrow, is we're going to get down to the nitty gritty of why you're eating so much food. Because if I just say stop eating certain things, but you don't actually have the understanding of why you're doing it, the triggers that you have, what caused you to be overweight? Is it emotions? Was it a taught thing? Was it environment? Like, if you can't get down to why you grab the food, then you're not going to change. You can also help your kids go further faster if you help them to understand the power of food and you do it with them. So my kids are not strict keto. We do the best that we can. Usually if they go to the refrigerator for a snack, I'm like, grab a cheese stick or a beef stick. I think Annie's munching on carrot sticks right now. So I don't know, take that for what it's worth. And we keep it super simple. For the first year of us doing low carb keto, my husband doing keto and us doing more low carb, I made like the same basic meals for an entire year. Did it get kind of like, well, sure. But it was cost effective. I knew everybody liked the meals I was making. And I just was like, listen, it's supper, it's dinner. Like, let's enjoy it, eat, let's move on with our day. We've got stuff to do. That's just how I'm very much a straight to the point person. Although I'm learning to be super empathetic. Empathetic. I'm learning to be a feeler. All right. Is that helpful? Again, I would love to know, what is your go-to family meal that can be carb conscious for anybody? And then if you have any insight about kids or anything that I've said, I'd love for you to share below. Lastly, I'm starting another 10-day challenge group, and it's going to be in October. You're going to plug it. So here's what it is. I'm going to give you a tip every day. I'm going to help you on your journey. We're going to start with eating low carb. Let's say carb conscious. We're going to start by being carb conscious. We're going to start by drinking water. We're going to evaluate all of the things that you're drinking and eating. We're going to do our best to move our bodies, and we're going to do it together. So if you need some type of fuel source, this is incredible. I've been drinking it. I've budgeted it in. If you want to know more about the 10-day challenge, here's what it is. It's a box. It's got 5 different flavors, 10 caffeine, 10 caffeine free. It's an incredible fuel. I've been drinking ketones for 7 years. So instead of nails, I drink these. I feel great. So it helps with fat loss, energy, focus, better mood, better sleep, so much appetite control. I just had somebody go, hey, I'm drinking the ketones. I'm legitimately not hungry. Should I eat? And so we work through that. We work through how to help you with your goals, right? So if you want something different for you as an adult, or even, my teens drink, like my kids drink it. That's up to me. I'm the parent. But if you want something different and you keep your meals family friendly and you're doing the best you can and not snacking and you and I are working together, this would be something that can help you go further faster. So you take the packet, you shake it up. So this is the box. You get a variety of flavors. If you want to know more about my challenge and what it looks like, post challenge in the comments and we'll chat. So you're going to take this 1 a day for 20 days or 2 a day for 10 days. I'm going to work with you specifically. So you take this. I've got a purple one right here. You shake it up, you put it in some water, you're in ketosis in under an hour. So remember, your body can make ketones, and it could be, like your body can make ketones. It might take a couple days or even a week for you to cut down really low on carbs, cut out the junk, drink your water, move your body. Hopefully your body will make ketones, and they're a fuel source. They're a long sustained energy. You feel great. And so I just bypass the few days. I drink the product. I'm in ketosis. I have all the benefits. I do the best I can with my food. I plug into an accountability group, and I will help you. So if you want to join me for the next challenge, post challenge in the comments. I'm going to help you get started, or even if you just have questions, I'm going to show you some videos. We'll walk through what it looks like and help you understand truly what ketones are, because they're incredible. You might be a coffee drinker, an energy drinker, a caffeine pill taker. I don't know what it is, but ketones in general are incredible fuel. And so if you have questions, post your questions below and I will come back and chat with you. And I would love to help you on your journey. So whatever keto questions you have. So I usually take the questions that I have because I've had people asking me about budgeting and kids and meal options and asking me about how they quit cravings. Like, that's huge. And I'm like, listen, ketones are great. And sometimes people go, well, what happens if I drink these and I reach my goal? Then what happens? And I'm like, the ketones they come in caffeine and caffeine free, 1 or 2 a day. There's so many benefits. If you stop drinking the product, you don't gain all your weight back. Anything that you're drinking that is truly helping you. You guys, ketones are actually brain fuel. So your body takes them up and your brain turns on. And we have tons of science to help with that. Actually, if you're available tonight, we have a free event where you can hear the doctors and the scientists talk about the keto diet and talk about drinkable ketones. And you'll hear about it. It's for 2 hours from 7 to 9 Eastern. 7, yeah, I think. I'll send you the information. If you want to watch the scientists and the doctors talk about this tonight, why don't you just post, how come I can't come up with a word? Post Zoom below, Zoom, and we'll chat because it's on Zoom. So you click on it, you get to watch them, you can listen to them. So you can listen to them while you're making dinner tonight. But I love to know your specific questions because I take those questions and I do lives with them. And these are the questions I've been getting. And so I love the ketones. They're incredible. Your body can make them or you can drink them. Yes, the Nat Light can put you in ketosis. They're half packs of ketones. There's a lot. So any question, post it below and I will come back on. Anybody that posts Zoom, I'll send you the link so that you can log in tonight and watch and actually, if you watch the doctors tonight, I think your name gets put in for a free drawing of some ketones. It's by our company. So whether you join me for the challenge, even if you just want to know what they are, how they work, how they turn on your brain, they help with your appetite, they turn on your cravings, like hands down, the product is incredible. Post challenge if you're already drinking the product with me and you just want to make sure you're in my customer group and you want some more level of accountability, post challenge, right? So we'll chat. Besides that, send me a message. I'm here to help. I hope you guys have an incredible day. I'll get you all the Zoom link for later. And that is all I have for you. So we have CrossFit later today. So many appointments today. I have an eye appointment. I love the eye doctor. You guys, I would rather go to the dentist than the eye doctor. Hands down, I would have them poke my teeth than go to the eye doctor. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. I appreciate you. Your presence matters. I hope you know that. I love when you comment below. I love when you add value because it's not just me. And that's it. So have a good afternoon. I look forward to chatting with so many of you. We'll talk to you soon.